Alright, hey, as promised, I was going to send you a exercise plan to help you to alleviate the problem that we were dealing with through that middle back here. Remember, I think we talked about a little thing in general. It's not an exercise per se, but it's something to just focus on. So when you are at work, you want to try to keep things as centered as possible. Forward lifting, like shoveling and throwing outwards, is not going to be great. And you also want to focus on, remember that pinch we discussed. So a lot of what is actually going to be good for you in terms of getting this better is going to be exercises that are going to help you do that better anyways. But remember, whenever you're trying to perform any of the activities at work, you want to try to keep those shoulder blades down and engaged. So it's almost like those tips are coming down towards each other and a little bit forward. So if you look from the side, you notice that immediately my chest comes up and my neck needs to come up into a better position, causing less aggravation. So locking that in and holding as you use your legs to lift and throw more is going to be very ideal. To practice lifting a little bit, I'd like you to perform these. Once again, get a cue touching your lower back and back of the head, and just practice that lifting activity. So here's a couple repetitions of that. Something to focus on when you do this, you really want to sit your glutes back as far as possible and then push up with your glutes. So it's like you're pushing them forward, keeping those shoulder blades nice and engaged as you do so. This will help in general through most of the stuff you do at work. The next couple things are going to be something that may cause a little bit of pain as you do them, but if you notice that the pain gets more central into one particular area, or if it starts to improve, those are both good signs. For the first couple days, it might not make a significant change, but after a couple days, it's going to start to feel a lot better. So first one, two of them are going to be performed on the ground, and then I'm going to just show you a stretch. So the first one, you're going to come down, and your knees and your elbows are going to be about 3 inches apart. You want to get them hip width, and you want to get your elbows shoulder width. So from here in this position, knees, back of the toes, and then your hands are all placed on the floor. You only need to do the right side if you want. You could do both sides, and I would recommend that in the long run. So what you're going to do with this, you're going to try to reach your arm out slightly above the floor, not sliding it, slightly above it. Turn your thumb up and bring your arm upwards. All of that's being done with that area that you're having the complaint with. So try to use your shoulder blade to facilitate all that motion. If you watch my shoulder blade in particular on my right side, you're going to notice that the entire time it's moving. And that's really what I'm doing the motion through. If I focus on my shoulder doing it, you see the difference. So this is my shoulder doing the activity. This is my shoulder blade doing the activity. So I hope you see the difference with that. The next one, this should be relieving. What you're going to do is get into a 4-point stance. So hands and feet, our hands and knees are going to be hips and shoulder width apart respectively. And what you're going to do is take that right arm and bring it across as best you can and as far as you can, starting at the wrist on the opposite side. Then what you're going to do is just continue to try to have 4 to 5 points as you climb down. I'm doing them very quickly. You could do them a lot slower. So this isn't necessarily a repetition thing. You're just going to spend some time doing this. The other exercise is going to have repetitions. I'll put it in the email. And then the last one that's going to work well for you is to engage those shoulder blades backwards. Bring the head to the left side, tilt the ear down to the shoulder, and then turn your head down towards your left armpit. And this is going to be a hold. So I'll give you those as well. So there's those 3, and then just be mindful about what you're doing at work, and I hope this helps.